Hey everyone, the sun is finally out. I'm excited to continue adding more daffodil bulbs to the garden. Look at all of these deserted daffodils that have really pushed up. And as well, in addition, the most exciting part, of course, are the flower spikes. Look at that. How exciting is this? Flower spikes. Look, more flower spikes. Flower spikes. I already dug up the left side and the right side, and I'm still determining how much of the center I want to dig up, because I do want to separate to have like a left part, a center part, and also a right part. Let's take a look at the varieties. This is lorikeet. So lorikeet is named after a very colorful Australian parrot. It's a trumpet daffodil that grows to about 16 to 20 inches tall. Soft yellow petals. There's a halo where the trumpet meets the petals, and the trumpet is salmon pink and is bred by a famed American breeder, Grant Mitch. So I have 5 bulbs, 5 healthy bulbs of lorikeet. I have very big bulbs of altoonha. Altoonha is a large cupped daffodil. I can see there are 10 bulbs instead of 5. This baby bulb is actually flowering size based on the size I see here. And so I'm hoping to get, I think instead of 5, 10 flowers from these 5 sets. Altoonha is bred by A.J.R. Pearson, Lieutenant Colonel, as part of his British military station series named for the location he was stationed at in Belize. Altoonha is also the ancient Maya city, occupied during 900 BC to AD 1000. I had a wonderful opportunity to visit Altoonha in 2021. This is a reversed bicolor daffodil, creamy white cup, and light greenish yellow perianths, or the petals. I'm so excited to plant Stef. It's a large cup daffodil that grows to 18 to 20 inches tall. It's upward facing. The blooms are 4.5 inches, so quite large flowers, bright white, large yellow cup with a roughly salmon pink edge. 5 wonderful bulbs, and most of these bulbs came from Brent and Becky's bulbs, and this is my first year ordering from them, and the quality is just wonderful. This is a short growing double daffodil that's new to the market this year. This is Bon Bon, and I was supposed to have 5 bulbs, but one of the bulbs perished. It has this cyclamenius like protruding heavily stuffed cup with ruffled inner parts of cream and pink, and it reminds me of the varieties like Popeye and Art Design, except this one is actually quite a short growing type. It says that it grows to about 8 inches to 12 inches tall, and so I'll put this one more towards the front. The bulbs are good, but they're actually on the smaller side. I have 10 bulbs of cum laude. It has ivory white petals or perianths, and the broad split corona segments has antique yellow glow in the center, and the elegantly ruffled edged areas are warm apricot. And all the bulbs look firm and healthy. Next we have Dancing Moonlight. This is a butterfly type daffodil, 14 to 16 inches tall, creamy pastel yellow petals with tinges of brighter yellow. Melodia d'amore has pale yellow petals, and the trumpet cup is a salmon pink that is quite vibrant based on the photographs I saw online. 5 healthy bulbs. By the way, the picture here is super vibrant, which is actually not the true colors of this daffodil, but Mali is a split corona daffodil with pure white petals, frilled broad split cup with a yellow center that blends with the pink outer edges. Martha Stewart, of course, is named after Martha Stewart, and it's a 16 to 18 inches tall daffodil with creamy petals with a frilled cup edged in apricot pink. I have 5 bulbs of Martha Stewart. Okay, 4 bulbs of Bon Bon. And I think next, Altunha, since the bulbs are quite large, I think I'll put in maybe only 3 bulbs in the spot. Laying them out, these are very large bulbs, so they need to be planted much deeper. Lorikeet. So 5 bulbs of lorikeet, and this one is a bit soft, I'm not quite sure. Oh no, 1 rotten bulb right here of lorikeet, unfortunately. So here we have 5 bulbs of Stef. I think I can squeeze in another variety here, so I'll just push Bon Bon back slightly. I have 4 bulbs of Cha-Cha. The thing is that I'm not planning to leave everything in ground for many, many years. I think the spacing is sufficient for now. If they look like they need to be divided or they look overcrowded, I'll go ahead and adjust accordingly. This one is Dancing Moonlight. I think I put more towards the front. So Dancing Moonlight. Taller or shorter? Oh, shorter. Put Melodia more towards the front here. I think I'll have room for 5 bulbs for Cum Laude. Mali, bulbs are in. Cum Laude next. So these are the other 5 Cum Laude bulbs. Before I cover them up with the soil, I'm going to make sure that the depth of each bulb is correct. This one here, I think I'll just dig here and then just push this one down. Move this Cum Laude a bit more deeply back here because I don't want them to be too close to one another. That's sufficient, I think. Keep on digging until you get to the optimum depth. I think right here is good enough. So all these bulbs are now at their correct planting depth. I'm looking forward to all the beautiful blooms from these daffodils soon in 2026. It's mid-February 2026, and this is what this area looks like now. Let's take a look at what I planted. This is Cha-Cha. So Cha-Cha is pushing up. Very exciting to see these emerging bloom spikes. The Tazetta daffodils from the Silly Daffs blend. The yellow blooming ones were much more fresh a couple weeks ago. This is Bathsheba. This is the David Austin English climbing rose. I think this is the 5th year that this climbing rose is in my garden, and winter pruning on this rose is now a multiple day project. Some of these paper white clusters are still fresh looking, like this one right here. More daffodil bulbs planted up in these pots as well.